We have spent the whole day going around, and we decided to come to this place to meet you people. The Minister of the FCT, Mala Mohammed Musa Bello, the Minister of State for the FCT, Ajara Matutijani Aliu, we gave a mandate for what we observe we are doing at the moment. And we decided to spend all our time since the few days going around churches and mosques. And if you observe, we have been on Friday at some Jumat mosques at Kubwa. We've shut down some of them at Kubwa. We've shut down some churches. We came in here to meet you people and tell you people that what we see here is against what the ministers directed us, that people should pray in their houses for now, avoid close contact, because this is Maitama. And most of the coronavirus cases we have gotten are in Maitama. And we understand very clearly, I'm a Christian, but I have done so much research on Islam, and I offered IRK when I was in Bauchi State. And I know clearly that the Holy Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Quran chapter 4 verse 60, that all ye who believes, obey Allah, obey His messenger, and obey all those whom Allah had given authority over you. If the government and those in authorities whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have placed said, please don't gather like this, pray in your house. When we are done with Corona, then you can come back and celebrate and rejoice that Allah has sent Corona away. But for now, this gathering is not allowed, and you are so close, which is a contravention. Because one, let us believe, no one thing, that coronavirus, almost all the patients in Abuja are in your Maitama. They are not in the suburb, they are in your Maitama. So when you in Maitama gather like this, you are not afraid of yourself. So please pray in your house. When we are done with the coronavirus and the president declared the whole thing free, we can gather back and even bring this thing and eat. And we pray it comes before Ramadan. If not, even if it's after Ramadan, we will still rejoice that Allah has given us victory over Corona. Well done. Thank you very much, sir. So thank you. We are going to other areas. You have violated and you have broken the rules. And you have done what is not appropriate. As we have often tell people, and we re-emphasize it over and over again, on Fridays we shut down some mosques at Kubwa. Today we went around and said there should not be gathering. And we know and we understand clearly well that you understand the holy books very well. And like we have always re-emphasized over and over again, that when the Messiah Jesus was asked question by the Pharisees about Caesar, he said to them to give that which belongs to Caesar to Caesar. When Apostle Paul spoke to the church of God that abide and worship at Rome, in Romans 13 verses 1 and 2, he told them to be subject to all authorities, for they that be are ordained of God. You understand that very clearly. We said people should sit down and stay at home, because we understand that what we are doing is a complex puzzle. And if they sit down at home, whatever prayers they want to offer can be offered.
I hear.
That means that our prayers can be heard anywhere. What you are doing is a contravention. What you are doing is a breach of the rule. And we, as a people under God, living and enforcing the law, may I use the word of Mordecai, for such a time as this, we do what is appropriate. We will come with us for some explanation.
When we tell you that Nigeria is a country of injustice, Nigeria is a country of nepotism, Nigeria is a country of deceit and lies, people continue to argue. People are ready to do anything. They are ready to kill. They are ready to maim to keep one Nigeria. What you've seen here is a typical situation of one rules for some people and other rules for another. One stroke of the cane for one and other stroke of the cane for another. Same rules were created for everybody to obey, and definitely, you can see for yourself that the mosque was approached, and even he was even the mosque educating them on social distancing. But when he came and met the pastor, he even refused to give the pastor a handshake. He was so composed, he was so bold, and at the end of the day, the pastor was taken away with siren and was disgraced on the street. This is the Nigeria where injustice, where the church is different, is treated differently from the mosque. The video speaks for itself. The video speaks for itself. And this is the reason we continue to point out that Nigeria is a false and a fake creation. How can you make a different rule for the mosque and a different rule for the church in the same country? When we talk about Christianity being under attack, these are typical examples. And the head of the task force have also confirmed that he is a Christian. But he has to work to impress his masters who sent him on duty. The pastor was arrested, put into the police van, driven away, even while he was talking in the mosque, the prayer was still going on. The worshippers in the mosque were busy praying, carrying out their rituals. But the church have been disorganized. The pastor followed them to the church. Why? Because the church is not violent. He knew that if he tried such a thing in the mosque, he won't leave that place alive. Because the Islamic religion is a violent one. And they do anything they can to protect their religion. He knows that he cannot arrest the imam because he will never even be allowed to leave that place alive. So we are pointing out some of the things that are happening that have made some of us, become disgusted with that name called Nigeria. And it's impossible for us to say we want to, there is no compromise. In the country where I live, such thing cannot happen. You cannot keep a certain rule for some, and that is why in a country, in a society where there is no justice, you can never find peace. And that's the reason we are pointing out some of these errors for those who have decided, who are bent on keeping Nigeria as one.